My name is Major Evan Preparis, the physical strength lead for Big Red 1 Year of the Family. We're here today talking about squats, and I'm joined by
Captain Defeaty. I'm the H2F physical therapist for One Cab. I also hold my level 2 CrossFit certification, and we also have Sergeant Scott with us demoing the squat.
So let's go over some basic techniques and kind of make sure how we can do this safely, properly, and build strength.
Yeah, so start out, air squatting is a great technique to start out prior to back squatting. It can help you get into that motion of squatting. So what we want to first do is get our feet about shoulder width apart, okay? It could be a little wider, could be a little narrow depending on your body length, whether you're a taller person or a shorter person. So I go a little wider than shoulder width, toes out comfortably, okay? It's okay to splay your toes out a little bit. Going too far wide is not good for your knees or your hips, okay? And coming in really narrow with your toes forward is also not beneficial for that full range of motion. What you're gonna do is you're gonna break at the hips. So you're gonna bend at the hips just a little bit, okay? And then you're gonna sink your hips straight down to your heels, okay? Not pushing your butt back out like that, and letting your weight stay right over you and then coming back up, okay? It is okay to let those knees go forward over your toes, okay? If you restrict that by doing butt out like this, you're actually gonna put a lot of stress on that low back and those hips and can lead to injury, okay? So we're gonna have Sergeant Scott demo a back squat with some weight and go over the motion. So she's gonna get the bar about right across her upper mid back, okay? Her hands are just outside her shoulders, okay? She's gripping the bar nice and tight. Elbows are not splayed out, they're right underneath her. She's going to break at the hips slightly and then sink her butt straight down just to where her hips get below her knees at its full depth, and then stand straight back up by pushing through her heels and pushing the weight straight up and forward. Go again, 2 more, and then back up. It's really important, go back down. As you can tell, her back is staying nice and flat right here. She's also not cranking on her neck by looking up or looking down. You can rack it.
Couple quick follow-ups. You always see people in the weight room using weight belts. What are your thoughts on using weight belts?
So I think if you're doing a very heavy set, such as like a 1 rep max or 2-3 rep max, I think it's okay to put that weight belt on, right? It just helps you brace that spine and protect that spine. But if you're doing a normal workout where you're lighter weights and you're going up in rep scheme 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I would prefer to not use it because you really want to be able to brace that spine yourself and work on your midline control so that you can actually protect your back yourself, because in our functional normal day, we don't always wear belts.
Now you mentioned rep schemes. What rep schemes should we be looking at?
So for strength and power, I would say set-wise, you're looking at 2 to 6 sets. Rep scheme, you're looking about 2 to 5 reps in that rep scheme. So doing like a 6x3, a 5x5, 5x4 would be really great for your strength and the power. But if you're going up in that rep scheme 12, 15, 20, you're really looking at muscular endurance, really how well your muscles can do that weight for a prolonged period of time.
Any recommendations for people who may have limited hip mobility or ankle mobility, stuff like that?
Yeah, so obviously always working on that mobility, stretching out those ankles, working on those hips, doing hip mobility exercises needs to be done all the time, right, to be able to get that full depth. But in the interim, putting any like little elevation under your heels so that you're up a little bit, or would be really good actually to help with that hip mobility and the ankle mobility to be able to get in that deep squat.
Give us a couple of final pointers to kind of wrap things up.
Yeah, so big final pointers, 3 to 4 final pointers. Make sure that your feet are about shoulder width apart, okay, in a comfortable position. Break at those hips, right? Break at those hips first, just small. Sink your hips straight down so the weight is going straight up and down. And then as you stand up, keep that chest up nice and tall. Don't crank on the neck. Keep looking forward and push through your heels to stand up.
That's it. Make sure you're following First ID's social media pages and pay attention for upcoming Big Red 1 Year of the Family physical and fitness events.